Recently, I've been watching those tutorial videos about the Amen brake, and I noticed how they almost never use an actual unprocessed brake. Sometimes it's terrible quantization, maybe EQ and compression, or even pitch shifting. There seems to be no video explaining how to process the brake in its truly raw form, like how producers did in the 90s. In this video, I aim to teach people how to properly choose, process, and chop the Amen brake while still keeping its groove. First off, do not use an Amen brake from the Rhythm Lab Amen packs or the Jungle sample pack. Instead, download the second Amen brake version from Rhythm Lab Brakes. This is very important, as version 1 is nearly mono, and version 2 is sampled from the original stereo 7-inch record. Both versions are completely unprocessed and sampled straight from the original records. Once you have it downloaded, drag it into Logic Pro, crop it to the last section, and flex it to around 160 beats per minute. Make sure to change the flex setting to speed. If you are wearing headphones, you can hear how the left and right channel of this version are completely different. We will be using the right channel. To isolate the channel, turn the track panning all the way to the right. Bounce the region. And then convert the new bounce track to mono. Now that we're done preparing the correct brake variation, we can move on to the processing. Add an exciter. I tune it to around 1500 Hz, but you can adjust it however you like. Using the low-cut filter, boost the frequencies between 70 to 65 Hz. Then, raise the right cymbals using the treble EQ curve. Adjust the snare's tone using the bell curves in the mids. Then, slightly lower the frequencies around 200 to further develop the kick. Continue adjusting the EQ until you get a nice snare tone. This is optional, but you can add a soft kick drum on top of it. For a more driven feel, add a vintage VCA compressor. That is pretty much it for the processing. Now let's get into the chopping. Bounce the processed brake and drag it into a quick sampler. Change it to slice mode and slice at exact half beats. Ignore the misaligned parts and don't correct them as they're important for the brake's rhythm. Remove the slice in the crash cymbal since it's a full beat. Start off with a simple pattern like this. For simple rollers, slightly alter this pattern. For freestyle chopping, heavily rearrange the brake, but in a way that still lets the drums flow naturally. The pattern can be as long as you like. I usually go for 8 to 16 bars, but 4 bars is perfectly fine. Strange's video about iconic Amen patterns can help with learning to chop brakes in a natural way, so I recommend checking it out. Include repeating segments that are 1.5 beats long. They will sound good in most cases. In conclusion, the Amen can be chopped in infinite ways, but if you don't pay attention to how it flows, it most likely won't have a great progression. Using techniques such as repetition, syncopation, and stutters will help you chop the Amen brake in an interesting way. Choosing the right brake is also extremely important. The reason you should use a previously unshopped and unprocessed aim brake is because a chopped and processed brake may not have the same human groove to it, and it could limit the amount of unique drum hits that can be used. Processing the original brake can also bring out more creativity, since you need to tweak with the settings yourself. I made this video because I wish I had something like it when I was starting out, so hopefully this video was helpful to you in some way.